Hello everyone and welcome back to the cinema. I'm sorry this one's really late, or in terms of people reviewing movies, I am late. I watched it 2 days ago and I've been working flat out, so I'm trying to squeeze in editing and recording between 8-hour work days. So it's a little bit late. It's out later than I want it to be, but here you are nonetheless and I appreciate it. The Suicide Squad. Wow, holy shit. So this is what happens when you take the shackles off James Gunn and let him go R-rated. It very much feels like a Guardians of the Galaxy film if it was R-rated, and that's just fantastic. This for me blows past those two movies. I thought this was a fun, vibrant, stylized, gory disaster piece. I just love it. Playing with some of the more obscure characters in the DC universe. We missed out on Codpiece. If you haven't heard of Codpiece, that is Codpiece. Yes, his dick is a fucking weapon. But we did get some highlights like the detachable kid, and sorry I didn't say no spoilers at all, not gonna spoil anything. It just came out and I want you guys to get an idea of what I think of this film. Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. She always kills it. Here in particular, you really get a sense of, hang on, it's not Margot Robbie's pretending to just play this fantastical character. She is crazy. She's got some serious issues. She had some great scenes in this film, a lot of moments to shine. Bloodsport, Idris Elba. It's Idris Elba. You could put him in a bad movie like Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance and he's still good. He's still Idris Elba, and my god, here he is a star. I don't know why Will Smith didn't want to come back. I think there was like some contractual issues with he was doing other things, and he was like, yeah, nah, Suicide Squad didn't do so well, so I'm not doing the Suicide Squad. Man, did he miss out, but I'm kind of glad he did. Idris Elba here is amazing. John Cena as Peacemaker is a surprise to say the least. We've seen in like F9, I mean, look, John Cena is a wrestler first, not an actor, and we've seen it in F9 that his acting ability is usually limited. It's a little bit like The Rock. The Rock's come much further over the years, but he does a fantastic job here. Really good. King Shark is voiced by Sylvester Stallone. That is amazing. You could, God, it's like getting Vin Diesel for Groot. I don't know why. It's probably like really expensive for something that a lot of people won't actually notice. But King Shark, he's a hero of mine now. I know about King Shark through like the Flash show, and I wouldn't say that King Shark here is better than he is in the Harley Quinn show, which no one is talking about and no one knows exists. It is one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's one of the best things DC's put out in the past decade. There's 2 seasons of the Harley Quinn show, go watch that shit. Trust me, it's a laugh riot. But King Shark here is fantastic. Weasel gets a couple of moments in the film. I don't want to say too much about the plot and where things go and the villains and what's happening behind the scenes because, you know, spoilers and stuff. But this movie is lucky that it had Suicide Squad first to carry the crutches of this is what the Suicide Squad is, this is Amanda Waller, this is everything, why she's got the task force, why she's sending them in to do what they're doing. Because that's already all done in Suicide Squad, or the general audience is more aware of what the Suicide Squad is. So here in the Suicide Squad, James Gunn, he just starts the mission and the whole movie is the mission. Oh, another character I forgot to mention, Ratcatcher's daughter. That's obscure. I did not think that she was going to be a standout in this film and someone that I was going to leave the film remembering, but I did. The jokes in this film are fantastic. Like 90% of them land. Something about like James Gunn having free range to do whatever the hell he wants, kill whoever he wants, make it R-rated and just have people being ripped in half. It's pretty damn cool. And pretty damn funny in the right scene. And James Gunn and hyper-violence, man. We love hyper-violence and we love it when it's mixed in with a bit of comedy, you know, oh, that person, he's kind of cool, squish. Not something that happens in this film, don't expect someone to get squished, I'm just giving examples. It's an absolute blast to watch, but the film isn't without its own problems. The first act is great, you know, you're set up, you're on your way. The second act starts to drag a little bit, or the pacing just slows down. For me, it feels like they're almost trying to pad the runtime to be as long as it is. And I don't want to be one of those stingy nerds that's, oh, well, the film should have been 10 minutes shorter and then it would have been perfect. But it does feel like there's a bit of unnecessary padding in between. There's a whole segment with Harley Quinn that feels like it just doesn't really go anywhere, or when you know, it's funny and it's good, but all of a sudden it keeps going and you're like, hang on, where's the rest of the Suicide Squad and, you know, the plot and the mission that they're trying to accomplish. It feels like it just starts to drag a bit, but by the time the third act swings around, it's all the way right back up again. It's fantastic. So I've only seen it once, and I don't like to grade films when I've only seen them once. I like to really get an idea of this film and its longevity and how people are going to look back on it before I give it a definitive grade. But as of right now, the Suicide Squad is going to get an 8 out of 10 from me. And yeah, with Blake's seal of approval, take it. It's fantastic. Go out and watch it. If there's a film that's going to succeed this year in this bloody pandemic, this one should be the one. This smashed Black Widow. I hope it does. It'll be very interesting to see the future of James Gunn with DC. DC's already announced that like this is not the last time that these two will pair up together. There were also some other announcements. One of the characters in this film has already been greenlit for their own show of like 8 episodes, and 5 of them being directed by James Gunn. And that show, whether it happens or not, is really depending on the success of this film, and I'm all down to see it. I would love to be talking about that weekly. Or binge it all if HBO Max has a different plan. Again, I can't say too much. If I say which character this is, then you can go into the film with a preconceived, oh, this person will survive, or this person's gonna die, and you know, I don't want to tell you anything. Just go in, go to the cinemas, watch this thing. Fantastic. I had a blast watching this stylized hyper-violence. James Gunn absolutely smashed it here, and this is probably my favorite James Gunn film. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. I talk about movies all the goddamn time, and so far it appears that I'm just a superhero channel at this point. Well, supervillains today, but it's mostly superheroes, and I'm gonna be switching it up soon. I like all movies. If you liked the video, drop a like on it. It helps me out a lot and the algorithm, and pushes me through a bit to see more people like you. If you've made it all the way through to the end of the video, you're a bloody legend, and you've survived longer than some Suicide Squad members already, and hopefully I can see you guys next time. Bye guys.